All right, so most people do listen to podcasts, but how do you actually search for your favorites? For example, like Fox 5's Tape Room, or Backstage with Baruch, or All Good in the Motherhood.
Tech expert Shelly Palmer joins us now to talk us through the best ways to find what you're looking for and really search, because there's so many out there and it's hard to find the genre that you want that's specific to you.
So if it's just search, you're in luck. First of all, there are a zillion podcasts out there, right? So many. It's like the most fun thing to do right now. In fact, let me get to search at the end, because I'm going to get you there in a different way.
Okay.
The way we get there is everybody starts, usually if they're an Apple person, with Apple Podcasts, right? That's because it's a podcast app, and that's one way to do it.
Right.
But if you are an Apple person, there are a lot of other applications you can look into. Overcast is one that, I mean, you go to the App Store and just pull them down. There are plenty of them. The choice you make as how you listen to podcasts will give you your search capability, right? Apple has, a lot of people love Apple because it's the thing you get.
It's like the gold standard, like I was saying to you earlier, of podcasts. I feel like that's like when you think of podcast, you think of Apple.
But and it's where you go first because it's built in. But it doesn't have the greatest search capability. If you're an Android person, Google Play obviously is the go-to place where you'll find a podcast. But download an app from their Play Store like Podcast Republic, and you are very likely to have a better search experience. Now, to be fair, if you want a great search experience, people probably don't know that on Google itself now, you can type in the name of your favorite podcast. My favorite podcast is the Undefined Podcast. And if you type it in, you will, in fact, see the last 3 episodes, and the more details will pull the whole thing up. So Google, because podcasting is so cool, Google itself is now listing podcasts. So the best search, period, is Google. And you can't leave out Spotify and Stitcher and iHeart and Westwood One.
I was going to say iHeart too.
The big companies all have really, really, really good search, and also a lot of them have exclusive podcasts. Stitcher has a for-pay version where you can get to their exclusive material. Spotify has some exclusive podcasts. You know, so some of the stuff is behind paywalls, but for the most part, go to Google, type in your favorite podcast or the genre itself, and you will see great results.
Yeah, I'm surprised when people have said that they've never tried a podcast before. It's like, just try it, Mikey. You might like it.
It has nothing to do with pods,
it has nothing to do with
iPods, and it's nothing to do with broadcasting. It's basically great audio, and in some cases, great audio and video content that you can get.
Video content,
There are video podcasts, and there are lots of them, and they're fabulous. Joe Rogan is a great one. So there's plenty of video podcasts out there. It's wonderful if you go for a walk in the morning, if you're at the gym and exercising, if you have a long commute. It's a low-focus activity, meaning you can drive and listen, just like radio. Some of them are sponsored. Most of them are not sponsored in a nasty way. So
how you can make money from a podcast and how
Why do you care?
I mean, how you can get the audience. I just feel like it's relatively new.
So well, it's been around. It's become incredibly popular. It's recently very relevant. The way people make money is through, in most cases, advertising or sponsorship. But for the most part, the best podcasts have reads where the host is telling you about something that it's kind of old-fashioned.
And they try to make it sound natural, but it never sounds natural.
A lot of the podcasters that I work with on my own podcast, which is coming up relatively soon, when you do a read, you're not going to read about a product you don't think your audience is going to care about. And so the advertising is well integrated. But it's all based on personal preference. There are plenty of podcasts that are just like radio, to be fair, and a lot of radio shows are podcasts. All it is audio coming over your on-demand system, right? A podcast is an on-demand audio show or an on-demand video show that's structured as a show.
That's good. I'm going to have to check it all out.
You should, because if you don't, you're missing out on all kinds of incredible content.
It's like, you know, everything is aggregated towards you. So just do the Google search or do the Apple iPod search and find something that's for you.
You got it.
I know you got 10 minutes to waste.
Me? I have nothing but time. You want something done, give it to a busy person. I actually listen to at least one podcast every day.
Wow.
I walk in the morning, and so when I exercise, that's what I do. I'll get out there and just find a podcast I like. This morning, when I went out for my walk, the absolute not even crack of dawn yet. I was listening to the latest episode of Undefined because that's what I like to listen to. You know, they do that once a week.
All right. Thank you, Shelly.
All righty.